Good morning, students. Welcome to the digital classes of Lalbagh Girls Intermediate College. I am Ma'am Spring, your education teacher, and this lecture of mine is for class 12. Class 12, in the last lecture of ours, we were doing the aims of Vedic education. In this lecture of mine, I'll be telling you that what were the features or the characteristics of Vedic education. So let's start. The contemporary Brahmins and educationists have followed such a rigorous system of education during the Vedic era. The Brahmachari attained all-round development and spiritualistic growth in Gurukuls. And the main features of this education is like, number one, they started with the Vidya Aram ceremony. So what is this Vidya Aram ceremony? This ceremony is conducted at the time of the beginning of primary education of the child. This ceremony is related with the entry of the child into formal system of education, that is school. This religious ceremony starts with the worshipping of God and goddesses, Lakshmi and Ganesh. And then the teachers write alphabets on the slate of the learner. This ceremony occurs at the age of 5 in all the castes. The second ceremony which was there was the Upanayan ceremony. The word Upanayan means leading near. Thus, it says that the students will go to Guru. This ceremony conducted at the time when the learner is going to Guru's ashram for Vedic education. The third was the Samavartan ceremony. In Samavartan ceremony, we see that this particular word is just like the modern convocation. So when the child returns to his home after taking his degree and passing 25 years in Gurukul, this ceremony is being celebrated. So this is the periodic ceremony held at the junction of Brahmacharya life and the Grihasth life. The ceremony is performed as the student wears the new clothes, decorates himself, and in evening seeks the Guru's convocation, address given in Taittiriya Upanishad. The next feature of the Vedic education was the contact with nature. Gurukul used to be situated in natural and beautiful surroundings where the students would come in contact of nature. They depended for their food, medicine, clothes and shelter on these forests. They did not exploit them but asked for their humble use. They treated them as living beings and paid respect in similar manner. They worshipped them, watered them, and even they made their Gurukul more beautiful through them. Thus, the student used to make their permanent habit of direct contact with the nature. The next system was the Gurukul system. Thus, as the name indicates, was the family of the teacher and his residence, where the student used to stay during the period of study, and gradually the Gurukuls were extended to include a number of buildings. The institutions was built up around the family of teacher. The primary duty of the student was to serve the teacher and his family. The students were like sons of the teacher, and the whole institution lived like a family. There were other educational institutions too at that time which were less popular, but they were the Parishad and Sammelan. Parishad were the bigger educational institutions where several teachers used to teach different subjects to the students. This is all about today's lecture, and in the next lecture of ours we'll be doing the other features of Vedic education. Thanks for watching this video.